Welcome back everyone, Drake Hawkins with you again, and we're back in our EU4 as Florence, the slightly blobby, less border-gored Florence. So last episode we finished the failed war against the Hungarians failed their war against the Ottomans, but we had a double conquest with our French help. We basically got the French to join us in a war against Lucca, which meant they were not in a war again, or they're not able to help their ally, which was Siena, with Siena and Umbria. Because they were in a war with us on the other side, so that would have brought them in both sides of a war, which of course you can't do. And that was great because I had to wait for it, but it worked. And basically, that's the way you game the the superpowers. So it doesn't hurt our relationship with France at all because they're just perfectly fine with it. I love it. We're not in a war anymore, so let's go ahead and grab these guys and see what we can do to boost their numbers. They already have 27. Okay, we can't get any more. So let's go back to protecting trade in Genoa. We have a lot of trade power there in Genoa now. And we'll grab the cogs. They can be put to sleep. And we can grab these guys and we can tell them to hunt pirates in Genoa as well. Lovely. Okay. So we just started building a spy network against Austria because they rivaled us, and so we rivaled them back. Lost our claim on that province. Why did I have a claim on that province? Did I? Oh, I must have done that a long time ago when that was still a free something or other state. I don't remember what it was. It was previously, it was Byzantium, but I don't think it was Byzantium. Was it Byzantium when we demanded it? Or when we put a claim on it? I don't know. Let's see what we can do for this these uppity little clergy people, see what their problem is. We'll give them Ancona, I think, because that's a nice boost for them. Huge! 50% of our country is controlled by estates, but I think that's fairly par for the course for this sort of a nation. We're slowly going to rebuild some manpower, and I think once we get, we'll let our manpower build up and start to get rid of the... Bavaria has joined Trade League of Genoa, okay. And Alsace has joined Trade League of Venice. Okay, so Genoa is now leading a trade league again instead of being part of one? Okay, alright, I thought they had joined... Oh no, it was the Pope that joined the trade league. Lubeck. That's funny. That's very funny. Yeah, Hungary is having a rough time. They have 31,000 heretics there, which is probably going to spark off be enough to spark the where is it? Religion? No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, that is kind of what I wanted, but this one over here. Oh, Reform Desire is only 90.9%. If it goes too high, we may see a large-scale heresies forcing reformation upon the Church. Level is common through the entire Catholic world, and the actions by any Catholic monarch may increase it. I would expect that to be much higher than this by now. We're already 1510 and no reformation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe the reformation happens differently than I have in mind. Corsican rebels still plugging away there. 1.6. We pull you guys out of yeah. Baden has joined the Trade League of Venice. There we go. That should remove any chance of uprising here. It does. Alliance breaking. Oh, what? Why is Hungary's alliance breaking? What are they upset about? Livonian Order, Austria, and Florence. Why would their alliance with me break? Oh. They're allied to Austria, and I just rivaled Austria. That's why. Yep, that's going to ruin the alliance with them. Well, that's annoying. We have our allies, though. Our allies are... Oh, Provence is no longer an ally of mine, is it? Wouldn't mind having them back as an ally. Can I do that? Will they re-ally me? Consider 3 provinces to be the same vital interest. Well, what provinces do I not need? Oops. I could remove... Wait. I don't want that as a vital interest. No, come here. Ugh, I hate doing this. Okay, now, Florence, your vital interests are Corsica and... Sassari. You don't have a claim on it yet, but I could remove that. No. What 3 provinces do you have the same vital interest in? They desire Corsica. That's annoying. Oh, there we go. We can ally them. We have no diplomats to send, though. I'll bring back the Austrian diplomat. Ally up Provence. That will make me a little happier. And then go back to fabricating claim here in Austria. Good. Alsace has joined the Trade League of Genoa. Ship costs have increased. That's terrible. Why is this so slow? It seems like forever. 1.42. Golden era for England. What? Decline of the merchant class, understand. France has embraced colonialism, speeding up their technological development. Excellent. How is that their colonialism doing? Colonialism. It's not at all present in my territory and is not gaining anywhere in my territories, is it? Because I don't think I'm close enough to any French territory. But that will give it to Provence. And then Provence will give it to me as a bordering port. There we go. That'll work. I don't mind that at all. Austria is my new rival. Hungary is probably not going to be an ally anymore because they're allied with... There we go. Hungary has left us as an ally. Alright. Well, we are down to France and Provence. Who else could we get on our side? Bohemia. Who are you allied with? Poland, Saxony, Anhalt. You're not super interested, but you are... let's see. Muscovy, France, Florence. Any chance Muscovy is actually close enough to be interested in talking? Probably not. Distance minus 24. No. Poland. You rival anybody on the good side? No. No, that's not it. Oh, there we go. We could get Saxony. We could get Saxony as an ally. Wouldn't mind that at all. Saxony has some decent troops, I imagine. Positive opinion. I'm sure Saxony is on that list. Saxony, they get 12,000 troops, which is something. Where are we for alliances right now? We are at 4 of 5 military access with Ravensburg. Oops. No, let's get a claim here on... let's go with Parma. And we'll actually pull you back temporarily to do a bit of other diplomatic activity. Let's go with allying Saxony. There we go. And can we royal marry them? No, our government form. Of course we can't. We don't have a royal marriage option. Because we're a republic. The Great Republic of Florence. Now, what else was I going to do? Yes, wasting a point on Ravensburg. We don't need our military access that we got way back when and I couldn't remove because I was busy with our diplos. So the Venetians have a lot of members in their trade league, right? They lead a trade league, or do they? Do they only have the one? In trade league with Baden. Well, they only have the one. Wouldn't hurt to get a fight primed, or some territory claims primed on Venice, because I do definitely want the Venetian territory. holding the two end nodes in the Mediterranean, Venice and Genoa. Beautiful. Money up the wazoo. Can we deactivate, or should we? I think we might want to leave that up for now. Yeah, they just claimed Ferrera. Let's go ahead and get the other spy network on Milan. They have a truce with us until 1417. Genoa, you have a trade league? Yes, you have 3 dudes in your trade league. I don't need any of the Savoyan territory. I do need this province, though. Burgundy has embraced colonialism. Good, keep it going. How's colonialism doing? Spreading throughout France, got Brittany, Brand, Flanders, Gelre, Friesland, Holland, Utrecht. Good. Umbria is now a core. Just about done the coring of the very expensive Lucca and Siena. Extend that loan, extend that loan. That's unfortunate. Financially, how are we doing for loans? We owe 375 now. Lots of military points hanging around, which I kind of like. Siena, Corsica here. How are you doing? You're minus 4.7. Our friendly troops are doing their job. You know what? Let's bring them back. Let's bring them back to the capital. There we go. Nice and quick over the border. Lucca and Siena both are doing okay. Separatism is a big deal in Lucca and Siena still. We're okay with that. That's going to keep going for a while. Great advisor has died. That's unfortunate. Our military advisor passed away. Fort defense bonus, I suppose. We can switch it up if it's important later. I'm not going to not get a point in that, or a dude in there, but I'm not going to really overdo it. I want to take care of some of this debt. And the military is still pricey because of our mercenaries. We have how many of them? We have 9 of them? Well, I think we'll keep that because our force limit is 43. Okay, yeah, 43. As soon as our cash comes in, Tunis has declared war on Mazab. As soon as our cash comes in, we're gonna keep bumping these guys up every month. How's our manpower? We only got 254. That's really weird. I thought that should be higher than that with our. Yeah, war exhaustion is the only negative there. So. I wonder if it's because of the way that I've done the nations. Like this guy has 4, Rome has 8, but it's controlled by the clergy, and Kona is also controlled by the clergy. So that's, they're not getting money there. This is the burghers, so there's no manpower come from there, is there? Manpower modifier. Oh no, it just leaves an autonomy of minus 25, so that's not terrible. New monarch for Spain and 665. That's 663. Very nice. How are you doing? You are there. You guys have allies with Portugal and Austria, and you have a 41.7%. Rivalry. I could definitely get France to come into a war if I did that, couldn't I? If I declared war on these guys, I bet you France would join in just out of the sheer chance to grab turf from the Aragonese. I basically want them to break so that I can grab this. All this fine stuff. Oh, but I don't want an Aragonese war. I want to support. I want to war them. But Aragon not being part of the Spanish would be a stronger position for me. England now controls the throne of the Pope. De Papacy. Upgrade. Upgrade. Every month we're going to dump some more troops in. Austria. Hello, Austria. See, you have this claim, or this place. Welsh Bern, that I really want. Okay, I really want that. That's a thing. In fact, I want all of this. I want right up to Tyrol. I want this. Alright. Keep things going there, though. I don't think I'm going to build more claims on the Austrians at the moment, though. I think we'll probably put a claim in on... Oh yes, right. I was going to build claims against Venice. Build spy network in Venice, please. Milan, how is your 1420? And you're getting 1.4 every month. That won't take long. And we're going to continue to boost the troop count. Good. Force limit growing. Or not grow, force limit growing. Army growing. Every month we're hiring or starting another recruitment until our manpower can't keep up. That'll be the end of this month that hits. Becomes true. There we go. Alright. We've upped our numbers. That's pretty good. I don't mind, like, if we're making 765 net right now, and we are spending 4 ducats a month on mercenaries, I don't really... Oops, Saint performs miracle. I don't really mind the idea of having... Is this all right? Mantua, yeah. I don't really mind the idea of having mercs that are costly, because they're not really that harmful to our economy. Our truce with the Papal State has ended. Well, that's important. Gain 20 Papal influence, or gain a stability, and upset the things a little bit in the Pope's world. Lubeck. See, I want this province, but it's not that important. It's going to tick everybody off when I... I'll probably go... maybe. I'll probably not join the political war. But I will probably join, or go, what's that word? Reform or Protestant or Reform. That should give us a claim. That does. Cremona. Good. How long for that truce till we can act on that? 1517, another 5 years or so. Alright. And we could kind of work our way up in here. Not super important. How are you guys? You are also allied with France. So we're going to have to do the same, pardon me, the same sort of thing as before. Get France involved in a separate war. Right now, Venice is dependent exclusively on Baden as their defender. They want to conquer Cyprus, though. That's interesting. How is Cyprus doing? So you guys are allied to Yemen and Shamar. You are guaranteeing the independence of Cyprus. So there's no way I can get this war on. That's okay. Is there any way I could actually vassalize them? Ever? Probably not. 162 negative. We're not going to spend points on military tech 9 or 10 5 years ahead of time. That would be lunacy. But what we might do is consider strengthening the government at some point, because we have extra points, or we can boost a province that's controlled by the military. Go away. We can find a province that is controlled by the nobility. Nobility. Is that really controlled by the nobility, and this is controlled by the nobility? That's backwards, Drake. It's really backwards of you. Genoa's not in a state. Really? I think it needs to become part of a state. Thank you very much. Let's core that for sure. Ooh, that was expensive. And 2, are you in a state? No. Cremona... Mailand? Oh, Mailand. It's not Milan. And Welsh-Brixen. We're going to core your state U as well. We already have a core, a regular core on you, don't we? Well, that helps. Because this province was not of much use to us. Now, are we gonna... Is that gonna pop up some... Yes, it is. The estates are less than happy with that idea. Okay, so the burghers are the trade peoples. That's the word I was looking for. So for the trade dudes, I think... Do we give them Lucca? Or do we give them... I think we give them Lucca at the moment. And then the nobility can take... Oh man, everything in here is high development other than the... Like, it doesn't have high military development. Alright, I think we'll go with Mantua. Man, that's expensive though. Urgh. Everything is costly to give to any group because so high in everything. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go with Mantua. Or do we? Yes, because I don't want Genoa to be controlled by them because that's gonna hurt the... Wait, is Mantua a trade port? Where's the trade area? Ferrara should be controlled by... No. Ferrara should be controlled by the burghers. Right? Currently controlled by the burghers. Yes, okay. And probably the same thing with Genoa. It should be the same thing with Genoa. Darn. Burghers. Decline. I can't take that back yet. For another year. Alright, that's fine. Nobility, we will give them Mantua. Okay. How are we doing on keeping them from revolting? They're really, really happy with us for the most part. Military support, no. But we might want to grant a generalship. That would be lovely. At some point. We can do that when, if and when we get into a war situation. Right now we just have the elected dude, or doge, or whatever he's called. What is he called in our country? Government. You are the Gonfalonier. Okay. Ganful. The Gonfal? The Gaffer? We'll just call him the Gaffer. Aggressive expansion impact, minus 10%. I like that. That's very, very nice. You do have a trade league. How are we doing on coalition? Yeah, we get a lot of angry people about coalition stuff, so we're probably not going to be able to get into a land grab anytime soon. So how about we just keep building the army, play it cool for a bit here, and you can definitely spend some points on developing places like Mantua. There we go. Bring it down to a reasonable level and boost our manpower because we really need more manpower. We're at 33,000 now. That's lovely. Pardon me. We can boost the army here. We should have been in a cut. That's what I was going to do. I wouldn't mind having 10 artillery because that is really powerful to siege down things. So let's wait for that actually, because that's the lowest priority, I guess, is the siege ability. We'll wait for that because they're pricey, and when we replace the mercs in that band, we can replace them at the end with the last, what is it, 8 of them? There are 9 of them. When we start replacing them, the last few we can replace with artillery. We have an income, a strong income here. We have an income of 9.4, very heavily in the trade department. 1266 for trade. Pardon me. We could spend some diplo on improving our mercantilism as well. Still 5 years ahead of tech on everything. Our corruption doesn't cost us a penny because of the positive stability by 2 and the ahead of time bonus. Prestige hovering very nicely in the high 90s. Republican tradition needs to reclaim, so we got probably another 1 or 2 terms before we start pounding through a superhero again, or the next guy that's really good general. power projection is going to wane if we don't get into much fights at this point, but we did humiliate Milan. We eclipsed them as well, and long-term rivals, age objectives filled. Yeah, doing okay. The estates, or the subjects, is just Naxos. And I don't know if we can actually annex you. I don't think we want to annex you, because the whole point is you're a political buffer between us and the Ottomans. And then our goal, we still have our eye, half an eye kept on Cyprus. So as soon as the Ottomans and the Mamluks get in a real war, we'll see about nabbing Cyprus out from under them, out from under their protection. Still wishing I could get a hold of Aragon. Aragon's Liberty Desire 43. To take any territory from Naples, which is something we will want to do eventually. To take out Naples, we're going to need to get France distracted. So that's alright. I would like to take Milan after taking out Milan. I want to actually take the province of Milan, because that's on our to-do list for this. So before we just put in a cut here, we're going to look at the to-do list for forming the Italian nation. Right now we have Welch-Bern, which is owned by the Austrians, and we have Mailand, or Milan, the city, which is actually currently owned by the Swiss. We could form Tuscany just about any point now. I guess we're not. Yeah, we could, once we go to Diplotech 10, we can consider it. So we're getting close to Diplo 10, and also getting close to the point where we can form the Italian nation. That'll be fantastic. I don't think we want to change our government to any of the other types. We are a republic. Oligarchic republic. National tax modifier, stability, and maximum absolutism -50. Well, that's alright. We may want to look into cultural acceptances, because right now we have belongs to the same culture group as Tuscan, so it gives a reduced penalty. Greek culture is not a real issue, but I wonder if we should accept these cultures or what. I'm not sure how that works. We'll see. Anyways, that'll be later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back next time as hopefully we get a bit of a Reformation going on here. It should come soon. I mean, what is it? When does the Reformation form, usually? Well, usually it's this. This thing determines it. The Reformation desire is 95.7. So when it gets to closer to 100, it starts to basically have an every month chance that it's going to happen. So I kind of hope it happens in our turf, so we can instantly become reformists. Wouldn't mind either being Protestants or Reformed. Have to think about that next time when it happens. We'll have to think about which one, before it happens maybe. Think about which religion we want to go with. But I'm pretty sure we're going to break away from Catholicism. It seems to suit us, since we've been beating the Pope around for, what is it now? Now on 40 years, 50 years, we've been smacking the Pope in the head. 60 years. Alright, thank you so much, and hit that like button if you liked it, and as always, I'll see you in game.